Welcome back to the channel. Monica Lou here at the Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing a reading for the second week of June for you. Now this reading is going to be general, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be links in the description box for a private reading with me if you so choose. So Aries, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge for the second week of June is the Six of Swords, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Sun upright, okay? So for you, Aries, your biggest challenge is the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from something. Now, this could be you mentally moving away from something. Maybe you're disconnecting from somebody in some way, shape, or form. Or this could be you just simply moving yourself away from someone, okay? We're going to talk about the Six of Swords. We're going to see why it's your challenge in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Knight of Swords, you have the World, and you have the Judgment. Okay, so in the recent past, it came to your attention that something in your life was coming to an end. Okay, I do feel this has a lot to do with a specific person that you were dealing with in the past. And as a result of that, you may have decided to end things with this person for whatever reason. I don't feel that this ending that happened for you in the past, Aries, happened subtly. It happened very quickly, okay? The Knight of Swords is a card of moving very quickly. So for many of you in the past, you came to a realization that a specific situation in your life needed to quickly come to an end. We're gonna find out why that's showing up for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Star, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Strength. Okay, so in the present moment, many of you are focusing right now on your goals, your wishes, your dreams, the things that you want to achieve in your life at this time. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to that, I do feel there's a situation in your life that's been causing you a lot of difficulties, okay? There's been a lot of issues connected to this thing that you're inquiring about. Could be a person, could be an environment that you're in, it could be a workplace that you're in. There's something here that's really been blocking you, okay, for quite some time. And the Strength is here as well. So this is indicating that many of you are looking for that inner strength to overcome something in your life in the present moment that's been very difficult. Now, of course, Saturn is in your sign with Neptune there. So it's really, these are two very polar opposite energies. You know, Saturn is very strict and strong and firm, and Neptune is more elusive, it's more dreamlike. So these two energies coming together may be causing some sort of tension for you at this time. We're going to talk about this. We're going to see why this energy is showing up for you and what you need to know in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Six of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Two of Swords. Okay, so in the near future, there is a little bit of confusion, distraction, uncertainty. I feel like this is definitely connected to Neptune, of course. Many of you are ignoring something here in the near future. Okay, there's something here that you're ignoring. Maybe it's a specific issue within a relationship. Some of you are dealing with somebody in a relationship and maybe they're treating you as an option, or maybe there is some sort of confusion surrounding a relationship. And many of you in the near future, you're closing yourself off, or you're blocking yourself from seeing something that you may not want to see. There's something here that you may not want to see. And like I said, with Neptune and Saturn there in your sign, it's showing you the illusions. It's showing you what is fake. It's showing you what isn't true. And it's helping you to realize that something here in your life may need to come to an end, or it may need to change in some way, shape, or form. So as we clarify the energies through your reading, we're going to see what is going on and what you need to know in a moment, okay? Now, of course, you have the Sun here, and the Sun is indicating that good things are on their way. Now, one of the good aspects that you have in astrology is Mars in Leo. I think Mars in Leo is going to be there until July. Don't quote me, but it's going to be there for a few more weeks. So, you know, Saturn and Neptune trining Mars in Leo, this is giving you the vitality. And this is what the Sun is about. The Sun is the vitality, the strength. It's giving you that warmth. And this is what you have surrounding you. So the message here is to use the resources that you have to get closer to the success that you're looking for, because many of you are looking for success. You want to achieve something great, especially in the present moment with the star here. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's start doing some clarification and let's see what is going on for you. Okay, let's clarify, Aries, your challenge. Okay, so the Six of Swords is clarified by you have the Eight of Cups, the Magician, and you have the Eight of Swords. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with something that is hindering you from finding and having your strength and your power, okay? The Magician is about the element of creation. This is huge, okay? The Magician is all about the element of creation. What are you creating? What are you manifesting with your mind, with your physical resources around you? What are you doing with your words, your actions? All of these things are playing a huge role in your life at this time, okay, with the Magician. So what is stopping you right now is something in your life that's been holding you back for quite some time. You have the Eight of Swords here. So something in your life, you've been starting to get the subtle signs that something in your life just isn't, it's just simply not giving you what you truly believe you deserve, okay? Whether that's in a job, a relationship, an environment, a home situation, there's something in your life that's making you feel alone, and it's making you feel as if you don't have the necessary support around you. And as a result of that, your biggest challenge is going to be finding a way to remove yourself from an environment, from a situation that is hindering your success, okay? Because I feel the Magician for you, at least when it comes to the challenge here, this is all about your success. What is it that you've been working on? What is it that you've been trying to improve in your life or make better, right? So for many of you right now, the biggest challenge here is maybe mentally disconnecting from something or emotionally disconnecting from it. And even though something here is bothering you and it's causing you a lot of mental anguish or emotional upheaval in your life, I'm not saying to ignore the situation. I'm saying deal with it from a perspective of the Magician. The Magician is somebody who understands the dark and the light. The Magician understands the duality of our reality. So not everything is going to be easy in your life, Aries, but it doesn't mean that it can't improve over time. So your challenge here is to maybe disengage from something mentally and physically, at least temporarily, to make a clear decision about what needs to change in your life, because there's something here. Ever since Saturn entered into your sign, things have been very difficult for you. Maybe they've been very challenging for you, but this is temporary because it's asking you to recognize what have you been ignoring? What have you been pretending to feel as if, you know, the situation isn't a problem when we know it's a problem. It clearly is a problem because you feel it. So this is about you making the right decision about disconnecting from a situation that isn't serving you, that's not helping you at this time, that is hindering your success. And you may need to temporarily disconnect from it to find the right answer. Okay, because some of you are in something and you're trying to make it work and you're trying to, you know, go all in at it, but it's just not, it's not going the way that you want it to. Okay, and that's going to be your challenge, to disengage temporarily from something. Sometimes we disengage or we temporarily remove ourselves from a situation and then we find the answers. Okay, so this is going to be a big part of your challenge. Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify all the cards. So in the recent past, there was a disagreement. There was a disagreement that you had with a specific person. It led to a lot of conflict, anger, difference of opinions here in the past. For a number of you, this was a secret that came to light. Okay, some of you found out the truth about something, or you came to the conclusion about finding the truth. Something here really disappointed you in the past, whether it was cheating, whether it was somebody who wasn't appreciating you, taking advantage of you. Maybe you wanted to be free here, but you couldn't. There was something here that was holding you back, and it was really affecting you on a deep emotional level. And as a result of that, ever since this conflict happened in the past, many of you, by the way, I think that this conflict started in May. There was a little bit of tension in May. That's I'm seeing 333 on the clock. So that's when something started, okay, around the time, but it's been building up, right? So for many of you, this situation came to an end, or it appeared as if something needed to come to an end. Many of you were dealing with somebody here who wasn't honest with you. Okay, they weren't honest to you, with you. Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords. There was a lot of this energy of lies, deception, dishonesty, really. And a lot of you tried to hold it together. Even though something here was bothering you on a very deep level, you tried very hard in the past, Aries, to hold it together. But during this time when all this was happening, you came to a big realization. A lot of you were learning a lot in the past because of these trials, because of these tribulations in the past. And the Judgment is here twice in the past, which means something came to your attention. Something woke you up and said, wow, I can't believe things are really like this. Because when Neptune was in your sign, it was very dreamy. It was very fantasy-like. It was like, wow, this energy is so nice. Everything is so beautiful. And then Saturn came and parked his car in there. And many of you said, what the heck? I can't believe I'm seeing this for what it truly is. So many of you feel you're being untreated. You were being untreated unfairly, and you had to weigh your options here in the past on whether or not you may have wanted to maybe speak up about the situation. Maybe you wanted clarity on the situation, but nonetheless, something didn't appear as it really was in the past. And that's why there was conflict, and why you may have came to the conclusion that, you know what, maybe it's best that things come to an end here in the past. Okay. And remember, with Saturn in your sign and Neptune, there's a new cycle that's starting, not only for you, but for the humanity, for the collective in general. Okay. And hopefully we can talk more about that. You know, because this is part of evolution. This is part of you moving to the next level. I don't want you to think that life is always hard. Life challenges us so that we can become the best version of ourselves. This is like the most important thing ever. And this is what I want to see for you. Okay. So let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify the present moment. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so in the present moment, you have the Star, okay? And the Star is such a beautiful card because what is it? What is the Star emphasizing here? The Star is emphasizing, okay, that you have goals, that you have dreams. You have one big goal in your heart that you want to achieve. Okay. And it's been very difficult for you to achieve this goal. For many of you, you have, and this is not going to resonate with all of you, but for some of you, you've been very generous to the wrong people. Okay. You have to be very careful. Some of you are rushing to the wrong person, giving to the wrong people. And one of the messages here for you, Aries, is to make sure that you are in alignment with the right people. Being in alignment with the right people is going to be crucial in determining how successful you are going to be in your goals. If there's people around you that are not supporting you in connection to your health, your well-being, your goals, the things that you want to achieve, you need to really ask yourself if this is a situation that you still want to hold on to. Some of you are still in denial, okay? Others of you in the past, okay? Some of you in the past said, this is not for me. I'm not interested in the situation. It's not supporting my growth. It's not supporting me. And that's why you abandoned the situation here in the past. Meanwhile, in the present moment, some of you still believe that certain people that you are entertaining or you're working with or you're around are supporting you, and they may not be. And that's really what's, you know, what this is going to come down to, right? Moving on, you have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is talking about a very difficult situation in the present moment that you've tried to make work over and over again. Nine of Wands it has a lot to do with something that you've been committing yourself to. Okay, you've been committing yourself to the situation. You have, you know, in a way, put yourself in a position where you are really, really loyal to something here. The more you find yourself being loyal to this situation, the more you realize how difficult it's become. And for many of you, some of you feel breadcrumbed in the present moment, or you feel that you're giving too much to a situation that isn't really necessarily giving back to you. And with Saturn being in your sign, what Saturn is teaching you right now is to be very practical, being very practical and savvy and responsible, and to really take responsibility for yourself, not expecting that from somebody else, not saying, well, this person owes me this or this person owes me that, but really taking responsibility for yourself. And this is what Saturn in Aries is teaching us at this time. Interesting that I mentioned abandon, and the Five of Pentacles is here in the present moment. How interesting is that? Many of you are realizing something when it comes to your stability. There's a situation connected to your job, your relationship, your home environment. Something in your life is crumbling, and you've been trying to hold on to this for quite some time. What the cards are indicating in the present moment is if you want to achieve this great goal that you have, this goal that you keep literally repeating in your head over and over and over again, you know, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want to do this. And I feel it's very personal for you. If you truly want to achieve this, it will require you to take the steps on your own. The Page of Wands is somebody who is starting to make plans on their own. They don't have a partner there. They don't have anybody behind them. They know exactly what they want. This Page of Wands knows exactly what they want. And many of you are realizing, okay? You know, this is those of you who are realizing the changes that are ahead. You are realizing that something in your life is crumbling. It's been crumbling for quite some time. I'm getting 5 months, 5 weeks, 5 days, some of you 5 years, okay? Some of you 5 minutes, I don't know. But there's something in your life that is starting to crumble, and it's not supporting you anymore like it did before. And this is a feeling inside of you that's saying, you know what, I need to leave, I need to disconnect, because if I don't leave or I don't disconnect, I may miss out on a huge opportunity. And this is what's happening in the present moment, because you're getting all the signs around you that are telling you that something here isn't supporting you any longer. Now let's talk about the near future, because in the near future, things get quite interesting for you. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, in the near future, you have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups. You have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Sun. So in the near future, for many of you, and I'm just going to put this out there, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but some of you are questioning whether or not you can trust somebody, okay? You're questioning whether or not somebody has been honest. You're questioning whether or not somebody is treating you as an option. You're questioning whether or not this person's going to take action towards you. Something in your life is going to come to light. And this is what Saturn's going to do. As Saturn starts to, you know, play in your sign, you're going to start to realize that things in your life are becoming very realistic. Saturn is a very realistic. I personally, just my opinion, just my 2 cents from the peanut gallery, I love Saturn, because Saturn teaches us how to be responsible. Saturn teaches us how to really create this true abundance. Saturn is real abundance, you know. Jupiter just gives us the abundance and we either take it or we don't. But with Saturn, Saturn says you need to work for this. If you truly want it and you want to have that accolade, you want to have that, you know, that standing innovation, you have to put the work in. And many of you are going to realize that something in your life is starting to come to your attention, has a lot to do with someone's behavior, somebody's attitude towards you. And even though the situation looks uncertain, it comes to your attention where you come to this realization that with the Four of Cups here, somebody is not interested in you, or you're not interested in them. I feel like this is really somebody that you're dealing with, like a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, maybe a Leo here. But somebody's behavior and how they're acting towards you comes to light, and it helps you to make the right decision about whether or not you should stay or go. Okay, and I know it's hard for some of you, it's been difficult, but this is what I'm seeing in the reading. The Four of Wands is about a relationship or a structure that's been very solid for you. One of the things that you're learning at this time is how to be independent. Now, if you are somebody who is clinging to other people, you're clinging for support, you're relying on other people, now is not the time. The more you cling on to something, the more you expect from the other, instead of working on yourself and building that momentum up for yourself, whether that's becoming your own, business, maybe becoming an entrepreneur, finding a way to work on your own. This is going to be your message here in the near future, because a lot of you are looking for that stability. And because something in the present moment isn't giving you that stability, a lot of you are saying, well, you know, it's just going to get better. It's going to get better. But others of you are realizing that it's time to move into a new direction. And as scary as this new direction may be, it's showing you where you actually need to be and where your full potential is. Your full potential is on your own. When you can stand on your own 2 feet and say, I don't need anybody. That is the true height of Aries. The true height of Aries is when you're independent, you step out on your own, and you can do everything by yourself. And you become the master. You become the magician. But it requires you to step outside of that comfort zone, which a lot of you don't want to do because you've been so committed to something in the present moment that's been breaking down for quite some time. So in the near future, there's a potential here for you to ignore the insights, the signs, the synchronicities that are coming in. A lot of you are like, oh, you know, it's like Titanic. If you ever watched Titanic where, you know, they're on the boat and the boat is sinking and they're still playing the violin and the music and they're everything's fine, everything's good, and everything's not fine, right? So we need to look at those subtle signs that are around us that really are indicating it's time to move forward, okay? So some of you are ignoring that and you need to be careful because there will be an important decision to make about moving or making a decision or choice about your life, and it's going to require you to be serious. The King of Swords, it's going to require you to be really serious about these decisions because they're not a joke. So this is what I'm seeing for you. It's an intense reading, but this is what I'm seeing for you. Let's get some advice for you, Aries. What is your advice? What is your advice? Okay, so your advice is the Death, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Fool. Your biggest piece of advice is to look at your life, look at your resources, look at how far you came. Some of you have accomplished great things. Look at your life right now and ask yourself, is this the type of life that I want to lead? Is this the type of way I want things to go? Is this how I want my life to move forward in the future? And if the answer is no, then the message here is to identify the things in your life that need to be broken down, transformed, and changed. This is what the Death is talking about. It doesn't mean a complete ending. It means something here needs to transform and change, and it's going to require you to take that leap of faith. The Fool is talking about a leap of faith, taking that risk. What risk are you willing to take? Just remember, no risk, no gain. This is about a major change that's happening in your life. The signs are there, the synchronicities are there. What is it that you need to change and transform in your life for your life to become better and for you to reach your full potential, okay? So Aries, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.